All right, we're finally here. This is the time of year that I've been waiting for almost 9 months. It's here, finally. It's not football season. Granted, I love football. Don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy football. But it's duck season. Duck season is here once again. I love it. This is my passion. This is what keeps me going. This is my favorite hunting season of the year. I enjoy elk hunting. I enjoy deer hunting. I enjoy dove hunting. But duck season is here. We're finally here. I thought it'd be a good time to do a blind bag dump. Just kind of show everybody what I keep in my blind bag and go from there. If anybody's got any questions, let me know. I'll answer whatever I can. But just to start off, this is I'm going to go in no particular order of why I have certain things in certain pockets. Things kind of change around during the season, depending on what suits me best. Every year, something changes just a little bit. But let's get going. So first, I always keep an extra pocket knife. Whenever you're out there and you got waders on, you usually can't reach your pocket knife easily if it's in your pocket. So I keep a pocket knife in my pocket of my blind bag. Second of all, we can't go very far without our coffee cup. So I always keep my coffee cup with my blind bag. This is the Brigham Right shell shocker, and it comes with a handy little pocket right here just for water bottles or a coffee cup. That's where I keep my coffee cup. That's where I love to have it. I know where it's at all times. Take a sip of coffee in between those sets of ducks that you're trying to work in. It's a great thing. Over here in this pocket, I carry another knife. This is my Havalon. This is usually what I use to help to process game meat, whether it's ducks, doves, whatever the case is. These are surgical blades that are replaceable, and it's super easy to replace these blades. Always make sure that you have a sharp knife. This is the way to go. You don't have to go through a whole lot of fuss to make sure that your knife is sharp. You just replace the blade and you're off and running. It's a great way to be able to process things. If you want to breast out your ducks, then this is the way to go about it. I do try to make sure that we use all of the meat that we can, but every once in a while for certain recipes, I like to breast them out and then save the bones and the legs for other recipes. I try to breast them out with my Havalon, but it comes in handy at other points during the hunt sometimes as well. So I always keep that in there. Another thing, at least this year, I'm going to start carrying an extra battery pack. This is an external battery pack that I can charge my camera and my phone, so that way I can show everybody the hunts that we're going on out here in New Mexico. Should be a great time, but I'll always have a extra battery pack with me to make sure I can charge things up, because batteries don't seem to last whenever it's 10 degrees or less, and it definitely gets cold out in the marsh whenever you're hunting, marsh, river, wherever you're wanting to go. So I always try to make sure I've got an extra battery pack. With that being said, I always make sure I carry extra double A's for my Mojos, and I also have an extra set of triple A's for my headlamp. Speaking of headlamp, this is the headlamp that I like to use. It is a black diamond. It's a fairly bright one. I don't need something too ridiculous whenever we're setting up. This is the headlamp that I like to use in while I'm setting up decoys, setting up the blind, wherever we might be. We're always hunting on public land, so every blind situation might be a little bit different. This one's great because I've also got a red light if I need to look at something just before shooting light. I don't have to worry too much about flashing ducks that might be trying to come in. Even though ducks can see color, the red light doesn't seem to bother them all that much. I've used it in the past and still had ducks try to land in the decoys as we were still trying to get set up with the red light. I usually carry an extra Mojo swivel with me. We've got 2 of these already, but I try to keep carrying an extra Mojo swivel. So just in case something happens to the first one or something gets boogered up, got an extra one of these little swivels. They swivel really, really good. The bearings in them are really nice, and they will move in the direction of wherever the wind is coming from, which is very important. It makes it more realistic. I always carry a extra lighter with me. I don't smoke, but having a way to make fire is always a good thing. Just something my grandfather taught me. So I've got a lighter with me. Another thing I always carry is face paint. A lot of people try to say that I'm trying to go Duck Dynasty because of face paint. I've been wearing face paint long before Duck Dynasty became popular. I've been wearing face paint since I was a kid, or a face mask. The fact is that ducks can see color. So if you're white face or whatever color face you might have, that sticks out. So if you camo your face, like we camo ourselves, I mean, we wear camo waders, we wear camo jackets, we have camo blind bags. Why wouldn't you want to camo your face at the same time? You know, it increases your odds. I've talked with a lot of people who say that face paint is dumb and they won't wear it and this, that, and the other, but I always seem to come back with more ducks than they do. So not going to say it works or not, but the proof is in the pudding. I think it works. So face paint. Another thing I always carry is a multi-tool. Actually, this is an extra pocket knife that I have. So apparently I'm carrying 2 pocket knives. But I do carry a multi-tool because it's got the screwdriver and the pliers and other things in there that I need. This is a cheap Ozark Trail one. You can get these at Walmart, you can get these on Amazon, you can get these wherever you want to get them. But always carry a multi-tool with me because they are handy. You never know what kind of situation you're going to end up in. You might need to recrimp something on your decoys, like your anchors or something like that. So I always carry a multi-tool with me. These things are always worth having. I don't care if it's a super cheap one like this or a super expensive Gerber. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you have a multi-tool with you. Super glue. I love super glue. I don't know if it's just the redneck in me, but super glue is something that is always with me, whether it's in my duck hunting kit, whether it's in my elk hunting kit, deer hunting kit, whatever it might be. I always have a bottle of super glue with me. If you get a little nick, you get a little cut, something like that, this stuff is great. And it's used for a lot of different things. You can fix a lot of things with super glue. So I always make sure I've got a little bit of super glue with me. All right, so another thing that I always carry with me is my marsh money. Yeah, I said it, marsh money, toilet paper, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is crucial. I don't care. Emergencies happen, you got to go. You want to make sure you have your marsh money, otherwise you're taking off a sock or cutting off a sleeve, one or the other. But always carry some toilet paper. And new recently, added in last year, was baby wipes. So I don't carry a whole pack of baby wipes with me, but I do take some out of the package and put them in a Ziploc. Baby wipes are great. Wiping off the face paint after the hunt, cleaning up your hands, whatever the case might be. Ever since I had a son, I've learned the benefit of having baby wipes. So I always make sure I've got at least a few baby wipes with me. So those are always in the bag. All right, inside the main compartment. Obviously, duck calls. And this year, I'm going to be running a Beaver Creek duck call set. They were nice enough to put me on their pro staff. So I'm going to have Beaver Creek duck calls. I'm waiting for those to come in. Right now, what I have on here is I've got an Echo. Believe it or not, I do have a Duck Commander duck call. The Jace Robertson duck call is phenomenal. It's been a really, really good duck call. It does really soft and sweet calls. It does really, really loud calls. The Jace Robertson call is a really good one. I like it a lot. One thing that a lot of people kind of scoff at, and my brother's going to kick me for whenever I actually mention this, but I always carry a duck whistle. If you got birds that are hard to work in, having a duck whistle with you, a 6-in-1, that's the ticket. You can work in some weary ducks whenever you want using a duck whistle. It's super easy to use, and you can use multi-species. These are great. And I always got a goose call with me just in case we've got some geese that are trying to work, that are trying to fly over. So that's what I have over there. I do share my bag with my brother. So my bag and his bag are kind of the same bag. He's got an extra bag with him that he just keeps some shells and stuff like that in. But for the most part, we pull stuff out of my bag whenever need be, because this bag is big enough to be able to share with 2 people if you pack it right and depending on what you have. Another thing I've got in here for this year is a GoPro. So this is a GoPro Hero. I'm going to be wearing this on top of my head whenever we hunt this year. So that way we can share some of our experiences with you guys, along with another camera nearby to be able to film other things as well. So got the GoPro. Always have a set of gloves with me. I don't like to call with gloves. I think that they muffle the sound of the call and it just doesn't sound natural at that point. But I've always got a set of gloves with me, especially for those really, really cold mornings whenever I'm setting up or picking up the decoys as well. Other than that, I usually don't wear gloves, but whenever it's cold enough, I definitely throw these guys on just to try to save the digits because, whoo, it gets cold. I always also carry a set of hand warmers. I think I forgot to put them in this bag for this video because it is September and we're not quite cold enough at all here in New Mexico to have hand warmers. But I did put in my beanie, so I always got my beanie with me. This is a Drake beanie. It's a fleece. It's great. Keeps your ears warm. These things they're money. They're awesome. Something else I keep in here are zip ties. Always have at least a dozen zip ties with me, just because you never know what kind of situation you might get into or what you might need to be able to fix. But I carry some zip ties. Zip ties are great multi-purpose things. You need to pull some limbs out of your way, but you're not going to cut trees or anything like that. Zip ties, if you're trying to set something up in the water in a certain way and it's not staying, zip ties. I love zip ties. Zip ties are great. I love zip ties. Something else I've got is paracord. Always make sure I've got paracord. It's another one of those essential items for me. You can fix a lot of things with paracord. Same thing with the zip ties. You can fix a lot of things with zip ties. You can fix a lot of things with paracord. I've got a face mask in here for whenever we're hunting with somebody that does not want to put on face paint. I make them put on, if you're going to hunt with me, your face is going to get covered, whether it's with face paint or with face mask. I don't care which, your face is going to be covered. I've got an extra, this isn't necessarily a face mask, but it is a face mask to keep my ears and my face and my neck warm. It's a Gator. It's fleece as well. This thing is also awesome, especially in those late winter months, late December, early January, go in February. It's money. Always keep an extra flashlight with me. This is a Stinger. It's way overkill. This is a Streamlight Stinger. But if I want to see something, this thing will let me see. Or if my headlamp fails, try to make sure that I've got an extra flashlight. And yeah, I love the Stinger. It's rechargeable battery. It's great. Oh, by the way, I'll put links down below to Amazon. If anybody wants to buy any of the stuff that I carry, I'll have a link to them down below. Oh, a Boonie Hat. So I've worn a Boonie Hat since I was probably 8 whenever I started hunting. So 9 was when I got my first Boonie Hat. And these things are great. I love Boonie Hats. A lot of people, my wife makes fun of me for wearing a Boonie Hat, but I wear it whenever I'm hunting most of the time. This year I'm going to be hunting with our cap. It's got our logo on there. And this is a great hat, but usually I wear a Boonie. And I really enjoy the Boonie Hats. They cover up more area. It's easier to hide. I feel it might be superstitious, but I love having the Boonie with me. So the Boonie is going to stay at least in the bag, if not on my head. Gators. So those of you who are new to duck hunting that may not know what these are, I only know them as ankle gaiters, but you put these around your pants before you put on your waders, and they will keep your pants down below, because all of us who duck hunt know the struggle of putting on your waders and your pants riding up higher than the boots are on your waders, and it just gets to be annoying. These things are awesome. These are by Banded, or probably 20 or 30 different companies that make these little things. What else we got in here? Obviously, shotgun shells. And like I said, I share this bag with my brother, and I've got his hat in here at the moment. I've got his shotgun shells in here at the moment. And also, I keep my license inside my bag. And in here, there's a little zipper that I can keep my license for the year. Just stick it in there, so anytime the game warden comes by, you can just pull it out, hand it to him, and go on with the hunt. It's not a big deal to try to find your license. You're not digging inside your waders. It's right there. It's accessible. Super easy to go about. And I think that's everything. Yep, that's everything that I have in my blind bag. There are some things that'll be added throughout the year, such as hand warmers. As it gets colder in the year, I'll throw hand warmers in there, so that way my hands will stay warm. We'll change out the face paint as we go if we use up a whole thing of face paint. just different things like that. I'm curious to know, what do you guys keep in your blind bag? What is it that you like to carry with you day in, day out, stuff like that? These are the essentials for me and my brother who hunts with me. And yeah, just let me know what you guys have, and I'd love to learn something new if you guys got something new to show me. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Like and comment. Appreciate it.